Good morning, babies. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope this video finds you well. I hope it finds your butthole well. And if you don't have one, I hope it finds your colostomy well. Hi, cutie patooties. Hi, schmookums. Hi, baby cakes. Hi. Hi. I hope you're all right, at least. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your own discernment and intuition. It is timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time. Shall we? Oh. Hot coffee. So, two songs. We got Billy Joel, Uptown Girl, and On Flag by Legend. I'm not gonna go into the songs just because, just the dynamic of them is very interesting. So let's get into it, shall we? So we have a really upbeat song. Okay, immediately I'm getting with the On Flag song because I'm pulling this using this deck for that. We have the Five of Skulls, which is the Five of Cups in this deck, with the 10 of Hellfires at the bottom. And interestingly, so we have a castle in the background of that Five of Cups, that Five of Skulls, and the 10 of Hellfires, which is the 10 of Pentacles, is the home, the house, the car, the job, the family, wife, kids, husband, whatever. The money. So there was some attachment to what the future would look like, and that's not working out. And I'm getting that it was a dream of some sort, or what someone thought it was, if you will. And I'm seeing it as walking away. And with that On Flag song, it's talking about murking somebody, but it's that beef. So what I'm getting now, we have the Sun card in reverse with that, is it's that realization that whatever you were, whoever was attached to it, it's that realization that it wasn't good. It wasn't, with that Sun card in reverse, that's for me, when I read, it's seeing something you don't want to see. It's when turning on the lights and all the roaches scatter. You're like, damn, I did not want to see that. And it's caused some sort of walking away. So there's this beef, this discord. Yeah, we have the Lovers in reverse at the bottom of the deck. It's one-sidedness, whether that's friendships, jobs, whatever, something unfair. And it could also be the choice of staying there was unhealthy for you. We have the Ace of Skulls and the King of Skulls, which is the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups. And I'm seeing that as the cup is overflowing, and that's love and new love and nurturing and caring, and it's the King of Skulls is mad that he gave from that cup when he shouldn't have. It's like that disappointment in giving to the wrong people. Oh, that was weird. I thought there was like something on the card. I have 444 on my card. There's a lyric in that song that's like, I pull my dick out and piss on your grave. So it's like, now there, especially with that Five of Skulls, that's like, that's sorrow. Like sometimes this picture, like I've seen on cards, it's like someone at a grave, like mourning, you know, because there was this loss. But there, you know, it's like seeing that, like, oh, I gave to the wrong thing. And it's interesting, we have the Seven of Cups coming back up at the bottom of the deck. This like anger and agitation, and see how his like horn's broken? It's like, you know, things were, you were torn up. Like I'm kind of getting like you were torn down, like about your physical body, like so like physical things about you. So that could be like the way you move, the way you look. I could also seeing it like breaking down like your intelligence, or like using your, like, see how he's got a heart right there, it's like noticeable, using your heart against you, like your good tender, like your sweetness against you. And it's like that realization of like, damn, I gave that to that, like I wasted so much time, so much energy, I'm mad. And it's like this Five of Skulls is like really like focusing on that, to where it's like, damn, like, well, why did I think that? Why did I think this was a thing? And it's got you in this like pissed off, or, you know, whoever, take it as resonates. It could be, you know, somebody you're watching for, whatever. Only take it if it resonates. But like with that King of Skulls, is like just this anger, this madness, like, so I'm hearing if like you have some like anger that's like you just like suddenly get agitated or something, or you like road rage on somebody, whatever. It's stemming from that, like you overgave to the wrong people, and there's like this like hidden message within you, like, you know, if you're not consciously thinking about it, it's like this like agitation because you gave to the wrong people. And it might be like anger at yourself in the situation, because like with that Sun in reverse, it's like seeing it for what it is, with the ugly truth. And all you want to do is like, you know, there's that beef, there's that conflict. Yeah, and there's this like anger with the Tower in reverse of like, oh, I could have avoided that, like all this time wasted, whatever. One more. I wouldn't have had to lose, like, say you lost like material things, time, your job, you know, your health, all this stuff. Like I could have avoided this had I just known or acted appropriately. Yeah. So I'm getting kind of this advice here is that we have the Hanged Man in reverse. It's like not allowing yourself to be the martyr, to be the victim. And it's kind of like cut your losses, because, you know, the Hangman isn't upright, or sorry, in reverse, is it's like he's not hanging from the tree anymore. He's not hanging there anymore. It's like cut your losses and just move on. Easier said than done, because like if you're like not even consciously thinking this, it's like it needs to be recognized and like healed, because we have the 10 of Viking horns. This is honestly one of my favorite 10 of swords cards, because he's pulling the swords out himself. He's like, you know, out of his own back. He's like, he's choosing to heal. And I kind of see the 10 of swords in reverse as like the swords are falling out by themselves. So, you know, the recognition of what happened and like what you're hung up on, what you're angry about, is going to help like the swords come out, you know, those the daggers in your back, the swords in your back, like all of the betrayal. It's going to help heal that quicker. It's going to, just with this recognition of what's hidden with that moon card, and like what's beneath the surface, because usually there's like a deep body of water for this card, and that's like, you know, we can't see what's at the bottom, what kind of critters, what kind of things are beneath there. All right, let's get some clarification. Since we did have Uptown Girl, it's like I'm seeing it as things getting lighter, and you're not in this like you know, because we go from On Flag by Legend, which is like a hardcore like gangbanger song, to Uptown Girl, which is like you know, lighthearted. It's like, see, I'm not a bad guy. Like, I'm not, it's not that bad. Like, I look rough, but I'm not like a tough guy, you know, like that type of thing. I just look rough. So it's like with that sun in reverse of like, yeah, it looks bad at first, but it, you know, the willingness to look at the ugly truth and like accept like, yeah, I'm mad about this because I overgave and I didn't, it's like I'd been had. I was, I fell for the okie doke. I fell for the joke. I fell for the trickery or whatever. Or, you know, I just didn't even see it as anything. I didn't see it because we have the, right when I split the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And, you know, we had got the 10 of Pentacles up right there. It's like, I didn't see that this wasn't the thing I thought it was. With the Knight of Wands. So it's like, maybe you jumped in too soon and you were like excited and willing and all of these things. So we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Hierophant, whatever. So we have the Nine of Cups reversed here with the Hierophant. And I'm seeing that since like the pillars are like mad and agitated. It's like I'm kind of seeing it as like a coming of age, because what I'm seeing is like these pillars kind of look, they got like the cop stash, you know? And, you know, I mean, I've seen like just my own experience, and this is coming to mind. I saw like this rookie cop get yelled at by, you know, the trainer or whatever, like the senior cop. I don't know what their hierarchy is, but because she like didn't she was supposed to be like flagging down an ambulance, and she didn't give the like she was you know, the cops are supposed to memorize like, you know, this is the 300 block of Main Street or whatever. They're supposed to know their area very well, like the back of their hand. And she wasn't there, or she forgot to say something, And he like got on her and was like, you need to remember this, like you need to know your town, you need to know your area, like the back of your hand. Like he went off on her. But that's just like reminding me of like times where I've been in serious situations and I fucked up. And like getting yelled at and like, you know, so, like a mistake happening like that, like you never forget it. You learn from that. Like you never make that mistake again, because it's like so ingrained and you're like, damn, that was a what, like that sucked. I didn't want to fuck up like that. So that's what I'm getting is like, it was a lesson in, you know, maybe with that Nine of Cups, that can be like superficiality, that can be like kind of this smugness, like, oh, well, you may have been choosing out of like what it looked like, or overindulging in something like, say, like super, like the person was attractive or the job made you look good, but you knew deep down, like through it all, there was this underlying feeling of like, this isn't right for me. Or, you know, whatever you were choosing, whatever this is about. And this was the lesson, you know, it was such a big thing, or like, you know, being duped. It was such an event. And you know, this is past, present, future, whatever energy, wherever you are on this timeline, if this is resonating, it needed to happen this way to where you finally learned your lesson. Like you will never make that mistake again. You will never pick a job that's super unhealthy for you and like ruining your life, or, you know, a person that's super unhealthy for you. Like you're not going to choose somebody out of like overindulgence. Like say you both like love drinking and partying together, and then you knew deep down like that wasn't going to be healthy for you because you were trying to quit before you met them, you know, quit drinking or whatever. Or you were trying to eat healthier and they ate like shit and they didn't have the same lifestyle as you, but you both like fed into each other's bad habits. Or you knew the boss would not recognize you for the work you did, or you went back to a career that you knew wasn't good for you, that type of thing. And it's like, I'm seeing the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords here. Like you were meant to like worry about this and like be like, what the fuck? Like, so you could learn the damn lesson. So, you know, like, it's like these hard ass teachers are stepping in, whether it's your spirit team, the universe, most high, you know, whatever you believe in, your ancestors, all of these things, they're stepping in to be like, you're going to learn your lesson because you're going to be better than this. You deserve better than this, and you're going to learn that. And maybe this was some karmic debt that needed to be paid off, because I'm seeing it as like the choice you made out of this overindulgence and smugness and like kind of like cocky, like superficial, like how is it going to look to me? What am I going to get out of this? Instead of choosing from your heart and following your heart, there was something, you know, you were thinking with, well, how is this going to make me look? How is my life going to look? And instead of feeling the underlying energy of the whole situation and how your heart felt, it's like your heart wasn't fully in the right place. Like it may have been on the surface, but there was some like ego push towards that instead of for your highest good. And now it's like you were meant to think about this, you know, worry every night after this, because there was no other way you were going to learn the lesson. Oh, bitch. So we have the moon in reverse. Bitch, you cannot make this shit up. What the fuck? Yeah, so we have the literally the last two fucking cards on the other deck were the moon card, right? With the Ten of Swords. So we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Both of them. With this time the moon in reverse. So with the moon being like that hidden, and how I was talking about the depths, you don't know what's beneath the surface. You don't know what's beneath the water. With the moon reverse, like it's all exposed. You know, the lake is drained and you get to see what's beneath all of that. That's fucking wild. I love when that shit happens. But with both the Ten of Swords being in reverse, it's like now there was like anxiety, or, you know, like, man, I was backstabbed. Now I gotta lick my own wounds. I gotta heal my own wounds. I gotta pull this out myself. And it's like with this Ten of Swords in reverse, with the moon in reverse, it's like now you know, because you needed to stay up every night and fucking think about this and worry about this and wonder, why did this happen? What goes on? Whatever. So you could see the truth and see the, you know, the skeletons at the bottom of the lake after it's drained. Like, oh shit, that's why. I had, like, accepting your part in the bullshit. And where you were acting out of, like, because you're never gonna do this again. You're never gonna fuck this up again. Like, yeah, to see the truth that you weren't happy. And, you know, how you were operating and making a choice, because we had the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Ten of Cups in reverse. You were choosing, it's like, I'm kind of seeing that maybe choosing out of loneliness, out of dissatisfaction. It's like, oh, well, if this physical thing looks good, it's going to make me feel good. Instead of finding that happiness within yourself and being present, that's like not being present. That's making a choice out of how am I going to look? What am I going to get out of this? How are people going to perceive me if I have this, whatever. Instead of actually, and there was before I started shuffling, it was the Emperor in reverse. So it's like it's like you felt in control. Like, okay, I'm going to feel in control if I choose this. Interesting, I quit shuffling, we have the Sun again, but this time it's upright. Now you know how to choose out of happiness. And interesting, I quit shuffling and it's the fucking Two of Cups. Like, it's something that's good for you. It's something that's on your soul path. It's meant for you. Yeah, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. That's like opening your eyes, the blindfold coming off, opening your heart and actually fucking listening to it. Because, you know, see how he's wearing the heart? He's the heart card. Which, that would be the Ace of Cups that he's wearing. So, which we have the Ace of Cups. It's like, now you know what to give your heart to. Now you know what to give your energy to, and follow that. And, you know, it's like asking yourself, like, is this going to serve me? Is this healthy for me? You now have the answers on what that is, because you got, like, you know, you got spanked by the universe. You got spanked by your spirit team, whatever, Most High. You got spanked by them and had to sit up every night and fucking worry about that in bed, you know, like, stressed about it, overthink, you know, what the fuck, like, play it in your head, like, why did that happen? What did I deserve that? Like, what was this? It's because you weren't fucking seeing it. And now you're not gonna make that choice. Like, you're not gonna be moving toward, you essentially learned your lesson. You're like, yeah, I'm not doing that shit again. Now I know how to listen to my heart and be open to it and see the truth. Be like, okay, I wasn't acting out of, you know, my heart wasn't in the right place. I wasn't listening to it, and my ego was drowning it out or whatever. So I chose the things that weren't happy. I didn't choose to find happiness within myself. I was searching it for somewhere else, on how it was going to make me look, or this person's going to make me happy. This job's going to make me happy. And that's why it all went to hell in a handbasket. Because that wasn't, you know, it's like you were the Two of Swords upright, like closed off from your heart and not seeing the big picture with the blindfold on your eyes. You were allowing the wool to be pulled over your eyes. And now, after getting your ass slapped by the universe and having to sit down and stress about this shit, like, you're never gonna do it again. You thought about the whole situation. You're not gonna fuck this up again. Nice. And the Tower in reverse again. So we have the Tower reverse here. So, but this time, you are actually going to avoid the situation, avoid the bullshit, because you know, like, your heart's gonna say no. You're gonna be like, this whole situation, whether job, family, love, whatever, life, it wasn't a wish fulfillment, it wasn't a manifestation, all of this stuff, and you're not gonna play into that again. You're not gonna get caught up in that again. You're just gonna completely just be like, oh, this smells like shit, I'm gonna step away. Like, you can smell the bullshit from it because you learned the lesson. You had to sit the fuck down and stress out every night, overthink this, why the fuck is this happening? Like, you had to be bamboozled to learn the lesson. And now you're, you know, that's why you had to pull the swords out of your own back. But as soon as there's like acceptance there, it's all gonna make sense. Be like, oh, okay, because I was searching for happiness outside of myself. I was searching for, you know, how is this gonna serve me? How is this gonna make me look good? You know, there's superficial reasons because there was underlying programs being ran that weren't serving your highest good. Like, you know, insecurities about your looks, insecurities about your money, you know, all this stuff. Like, I need to be seen in a certain way to feel good. And I need reassurance from people for that. Anything else? Six of Swords. And it's time to move on from that, like, overthinking and stuff. Like, once you see that and be like, oh yeah, okay, it's time to move on. Now you can move on into, you know, the job, the lover, the family, the friends, whatever. You can move into this and embrace the sweetness. Like, say there's something that like reminds you of the past or whatever, you can keep your head on a swivel, but you don't need to be like on super guard, because your heart's going to tell you what's safe and what isn't. You can go back into trusting yourself, because the whole time that you were laying in bed, stressed out, overthinking, you know, all this stuff, like just like going through it, you were learning the lesson. You were understanding the situation. You were understanding yourself. And you learned how to approach things. You don't have to be scared, because your heart was opened through all of this and the blindfold was pulled off of your eyes. You know now exactly what to do. And you found happiness and peace within yourself and chose to stop operating out of these old programmings of like, oh, how is this going to serve me? How am I going to look? Blah, 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 blah. All right, babies, I love you so much. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for doing all this hard work. I'm super proud of you. Okay, love you. Bye.